Today I will talk about backing up your information or your data from EweManage. There are several ways of doing your backups. One of the easiest one, but the one that takes more disk space, is to copy the whole folder or the whole directory where EweManage is located. So we'll make an example here. We'll do an example. First of all, don't mix up the shortcut that you are using to start EweManage, which is the icon with the little arrow here, with the full EweManage directory that contains all your files. Let's say here, all the files that are required for the software to work. When you do a backup, you don't do a backup of the shortcut, you do a backup of the directory. So first way, I will do a backup on a USB key. So I've inserted the key in my PC, and it's called Lecta USB here. So all you have to do is click and hold your left button on the mouse and just move the folder on the location where you want to back up, and the backup is, or a copy basically, is created automatically. So this is the first way of doing backups, and while it's continuing, just a word of caution, I advise you to do backups on something different from your PC, i.e. on an external drive, on a USB key, because if you lose your PC, because if it's on the PC itself, you're losing your backup as well. Now in EweManage, there is a utility to create your own backup. If I open the application, in Help and Record Management, there's an item here called Backup on External Drive, but there's also a local backup. Just a word on this local backup. This is used if you are doing like important changes on your database. Just click on this button, and what it does a little backup of the database files, the 3 files, the flock one, the LAM ones, and the medication file. Now the other function here, Backup on External Drive, opens this window, and you will notice that there are 2 locations, location 1 and location 2. The reason for these 2 locations is that you want to create alternate backup on 2 different locations just to have an increased security. So to create your backup directory, use the gray button or the gray bar here. When you click on it, it opens a window, and in this case I will be selecting the OneDrive here, and I will create a directory or a subdirectory to back up my files, my database files. So I click this button here and just enter a name. Here, EweManage backup, open, and my location 1 is my OneDrive location. And here it's only a description field, so I will put OneDrive as a remember. Okay, second location will be on my USB key. So I click again. I still have my window here. So this PC, USB key. You see here I have my directory that I made earlier in the first phase, i.e. a full copy of the whole EweManage. I will make now a directory for backing up only the database files. So again, I click on a new directory, EweManage backup. Oops. And I will name this USB. It's a red key, just as a reminder. Now you will notice that you have 2 buttons here to do your backup, one green and one blue. You should always do your backup on the green bar and not the other one, and one at the time. So in this case here, if I click on this bar here to do my backup on the OneDrive, so I click on it and my backup is done. Now if I open the backup box here again, you will notice that now I have a yellow bar and a blue bar. In reality, I should have a yellow one and a green one. The reason being that I did backup on the 2 locations today. which is a bad practice. And the reason is the following. Let's say you use EweManage and you have corruption in your database, and you back up on the OneDrive and on your USB key at the same time. Then you've backed up your corruption on both systems. So if you want to recover, you will recover nothing. So what you should do is when you open it, if you did the proper sequence, i.e. 2 different days, the date that is the further one will be on the green button, and you will select to do your backup only on the green button location. So in this case, if I did this one today, and let's say that this one would have been done a week ago, the button here will be green, and I would do my backup on the green button.